Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of the Peak Physique Podcast. The Peak Physique Podcast is a podcast for adults who want to get their fire back. The Peak Physique Podcast has two missions. One, to provide you with valuable information about wellness, and two, to provide that information in under 15 minutes. With that being said, let's jump into today's topic. Announcement, really exciting news in the world of Peak Physique. We are moving into a new facility, moving away from our current facility, which is just a little over 2,000 square feet, and into a bigger facility that is 3,200 square feet, all in one big unit. Right now, we're operating out of a compartmentalized space where there's 800 square feet here, 800 square feet here, and then like 400 square feet in the back. And it's been a really fun journey. It's been a great place to grow, and truthfully, I will miss it a lot. But I'm really excited to be in a bigger space that is definitely more fit for gym style business, and that kind of leads into the topic that I want to cover in today's podcast, which is stepping outside of your comfort zone. So since making this move about a week ago, I have been well outside of my comfort zone, and it is a tough place to be, but also a great place to be, because it is a time when you're pushed to your maximum and you are working your hardest to make everything work. With that being said, I want you to think about where you're at right now. Are you in your comfort zone? If so, how long have you been there? Tends to be a situation when you're in your comfort zone a lot that you're not really the happiest. You're not really feeling energetic, alive. That might not be the case for you, but for a lot of people out there, myself included, I need to be challenged, and I'm not challenged when I'm in my comfort zone. It's a trait about me that drives my wife crazy, but ultimately it's a trait that's really made a lot of great things happen in our lives, and sure created a lot of adventures. So again, think about it. Where are you at? Are you in your comfort zone right now? Think about what you could do to step outside of that comfort zone. Maybe you've been watching the Peak Physique podcast for a while, but you haven't had the courage to actually reach out to the gym and check us out. And if you're that person, trust me, that first step, reaching out and actually getting into the gym, is the hardest one. And definitely a situation where you would be stepping from a nice, comfortable place into that zone of discomfort where you're about to make maybe some major impact in your life. With that being said, think about it. Figure out something that you could do to step outside of your comfort zone. And I challenge you to go after that. Maybe make it something short term. Maybe make it something a little bit more long term, but ultimately figure out a way that you can get out of your comfort zone. If you're a Peak Physique member already, chances are, if you're watching this, you got somewhere out of your comfort zone you could go. Maybe it's speaking in public. Maybe it's just trying a new challenge, like trying to get an extra 1,000 reps in a month, something like that. But get out of that comfort zone. The only thing that happens in that comfort zone is you get stagnant. And again, I can tell you from experience, because I was definitely settled into the comfort zone for a long time here. Although I still have lots of times when I get pulled out of it for a temporary period. This jumping into a bigger facility, having to figure out design, having to figure out how we're going to run classes out of it, having to figure out the moving process and how we're going to launch. It's definitely outside of the comfort zone, but I wake up every day energetic, aside from the fact that we just experienced a time change, and we lost an hour of sleep. I'm still getting up pretty excited to tackle the day and get the plans laid out for this big project. And yeah, I just feel alive right now. And it's a great place to be. And it's also very easy to settle into that comfortable place where you're not pushing yourself to your limits. And again, in times of reflection, when you're looking back in your life, you won't think about those times when you're in your comfort zone. You probably won't even remember what you were really doing when you're in those zones, but you will remember when you stepped out of your comfort zone. I look back on a lot of things that I've done in life that have been outside of my comfort zone, from when I was about 14 and my mom and I moved to a bigger city, different school. as a freshman, no friends. But boy, was that a time of growth, and definitely a time where I learned how to interact with many different personalities. Obviously, like when I used to do mixed martial arts fighting in the cage, that was a big step out of the comfort zone. But one of the coolest times in my life too, when I look back. And then my wife Leah and I, long ago, 12 years ago, we moved from Eau Claire to Milwaukee. Didn't have anything, sold most of our stuff so we could fit into a smaller space. And we just went out there and got at it. And again, that was a time when I was way out of my comfort zone. But I remember that in such great detail. It was 2012 and it still feels like yesterday. And then obviously all the things starting this gym, Peak Physique, and getting into that first space, lots and lots of memories. But ultimately, all those things have one thing in common. I was outside of my comfort zone. And I encourage you to do the same. And if you want my help along the way, you Peak members, share with me what you're about to do to step out of that comfort zone when I see you next, or send me an email, text. I want to help you get there. If you're out there listening to this podcast, watching this podcast, and you're not associated with Peak Physique yet, you're in the Milwaukee area, let's get in contact. Let me help you get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Just joining the gym will make you step out of that zone. Also, you know you're going to get access to a brand new facility here soon. And if you're somebody just watching this from afar and you want some help on whatever you're trying to do to step out of your comfort zone, just comment in the description section on YouTube. I'll keep you on task and hold you accountable along the way. Glad to do that. That's what I do for a living. Anyway, that is all I got for you today, guys. Just wanted to tell you the big news about opening the gym and bigger facility, and how much I'm freaking out, but how much I'm excited about it too. And again, you guys, think about how you can get out of that comfort zone, and let me help you. If you found this podcast to be helpful, and maybe you know somebody out there who's kind of stuck in a rut and in their comfort zone, share this with them. If you're interested in working with the gym, you can find my email in the comments section. Give me an email. I'll get in contact with you and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. And I'll probably be back in 2 weeks. Not really sure with this crazy new schedule, getting the gym launched, but I'm going to do my best to stay consistent with doing these podcasts and maybe even bring in a guest or two. Again, thanks for watching, listening, whatever you did, and hope to see you again soon, guys.